Hey guys, I'm Vince Noble, and the best part about living in the Sunshine State is the water life. Growing up here, I've always had access to the beaches and shorelines, where there's plenty of fishing, boating, and relaxing going on. And my love for water brought me to radio. The dragon boat races are going this weekend too, so we might which got me to cover some of the biggest sporting events in the area, some of which included the powerboat racing, dragon boat racing, and a lot of fishing tournaments. But that's not all, because when it comes to the water, the possibilities are endless. So I want you guys to experience living that water life, so come with me. The Sunshine State is usually known for all those bright sun rays. But this morning it's pretty dark outside. Rise and shine. And that's because we're headed out super early, all in the name of catching that awesome sunrise. Nothing better than that Florida sunrise. I'm with Captain Jim Pollard from Big Daddy Sport Fishing this morning, and he's throwing this 12-foot Barracuda cast net. It's going to help us get a large amount of bait for today. Captain Jim Pollard is the perfect person to fish with in this area. He's been fishing the Tampa Bay and the Gulf for more than 20 years. And just like that, dozens of greenbacks.
So the difference between a good bait and a bad bait is this is going to be your thread fin.
The thread fin is a silvery gray marine fish usually found in tropical or subtropical waters.
The reason it's bad bait is fish will eat it, but the scales just come off. You see it in my hand. It just rubs right off. And then it causes them to die quick in the well. And then the toxins that the dead fish releases causes the rest of your bait, like the good bait, to start to die easy. That's going to be your scaled sardine or white bait that we love to use here.
The preferred bait are known as greenback minnows. These have sharp-pointed keeled bellies and can grow up to an average of 6 inches, and they can mostly be found along the west coast of Florida.
Scales don't come off, so it stays alive much better.
So the best options to help catch more fish is to separate the good bait from the bad bait, setting out the perfect bait for that inshore slam. Now that we're set with our bait, we're heading out to a more inshore location to help catch our target fish. We have our heart set on some speckled trout, which can grow up to 25 inches and can be found along the coast of the Gulf of Mexico. The redfish, which is one of Florida's most popular sport fish and the state's most widespread fish. Its usual characteristics is the dark markings on its tail. And the snook, well, this wild and crazy fish is a type of marine fish that can be found in 2 regions of Florida, Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico. Now, the last time I tried to get that inshore slam, it was extremely choppy, and at the time, me and the captain came back empty-handed. All right, so we came inshore a little bit. It's been a little windy. The next day, we did catch some fish, so I was pretty happy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But we still didn't complete that inshore slam.
Circle hook.
So today, it's redemption time for me. Now, I'm not leaving until we catch all 3. Captain Jim feels pretty confident we'll get what we set out to get. I hope so, because I'm not leaving until we do. Welcome to another edition of Livin the Water Life. I am outside of Weeden Island with Captain Jim from Big Daddy Sport Fishing, and we're going after that inshore slam today. Weeden Island Preserve. This reserve is home to about 3,190 acres of natural landscape, and it's situated right along the western shore of Tampa Bay. What are we out here fishing for?
Right now we're looking for some snook. So we're going to fish this shoreline a little bit later as we get a little bit more tide. Get some more water on the flats. We'll start looking for some redfish and some trout. But right now we're going to look at some of these deeper cuts for some snook. I love doing inshore fishing. Everything from snook, redfish, trout, cobia, tarpon. We do charters, we'll do inshore, we'll do offshore charters. And here in Tampa Bay, we just have such a great fishery that there's so many other things that come through the bay. It's just a beautiful time of year. Look at them following. Oh, wow. Snapper.
And we're not even 5 minutes in, and we already feel the bite. Not a bad way to start the day. This fish is a good-looking mangrove snapper. Definitely snapping away.
See those fangs?
They'll get you.
Oh, they're
It's a pretty fish.
just snapping. Great eating fish.
One of my favorites.
But since it's undersized, back into the water it goes. However, that's not the case with this feisty one.
That's a big boy. That's a big boy right there.
Big inshore Spanish mackerel.
Good Lord.
Slippery thing. But this one definitely fits the bill.
That's a keeper.
That's good eating fish.
That's a good eating fish. We're keeping that.
Especially
now,
how far are we inshore? A couple miles up. You know, to have these fish coming in here, water temperature, bait, and for you to land them on a monofilament leader.
That's living the water life right there, baby. That's a nice fish.
It's a nice fish.
And even though the Spanish mackerel is not part of an inshore slam, that's one great extra catch.
What do you want to do?
Let's keep them.
Want to keep 'em?
Yeah.
And she'll go on ice for some nice eating later. We hit the gas and head out to the next location. Since Captain Jim is out here about 5 days a week, he knows where to find those target fish. Without a second to lose, we bait the water and rod up. In a quick moment, Captain Jim's line gets struck. It's a nice surprise. It's a fighter. Looks like we got ourselves a rowdy snook.
Nice looking fish. Good catch there, Captain.
That's a good fish there.
Good looking fish. It's got a nice line.
Oh, they're beautiful fish. The common snook, smart fish, great fish.
Fun fighting fish.
Absolutely.
Let's let them go.
As much of a beauty it is, it's undersized, so it's going back to the water.
Now, when you're doing that right now, you're reviving the fish, correct?
Yeah, just letting them relax. Yeah, they have the classic thumb suck. Because right now I'm not even holding him. He's holding on to me. Just relaxing.
Eventually he'll let go and be on his way.
Yep. Just like that.
And just a few minutes later, it was as if word spread about some good chum. Because all of a sudden, snook started popping up like popcorn.
Just a little one. A little bit smaller than the last one. You see him come up and just eat the bait right there?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Get another one on.
Another one on.
Now, we've already caught a couple, little snooks. That's all good. We'll get the big one out of here yet.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, how long you've been fishing these areas.
I grew up down in Fort Lauderdale. My deal was canals and the lake systems down there with peacock bass.
Okay.
And when I moved up here, that wasn't an option. It was saltwater. And it opened up my eyes. It wasn't just targeting bass anymore. It was redfish, it was snook, it was trout. And everything became a challenge. What am I gonna, there you go.
Fish on.
Speak of the devil.
There we go. Like we said, the snook bite's on fire.
Holding a snook like this, get the tension off the line, it almost puts him in a trance.
You can see they kind of just calm down.
He just calmed down tremendously.
I noticed the way when you carry your fish or you hold your fish, you don't hold them upright like most people do when they're taking pictures with the fish. I know that creates a lot of pressure on the animal.
Yeah, I definitely want to take a lot of care when handling fish. I mean, they're a hardy fish, but at the same time, it's being out of the water is not natural.
Right.
You know, and this is our future. Watch that gill plate.
Yeah, that gill plate to get you. It's a good fish though. Like I said, the bite's consistent.
Because Snook's not in season and they're not big enough, they're all getting tossed back. But we'll definitely scratch them off our Inshore slam list. Now that we've gotten our Snook fixed, we're off again to hunt down that redfish. So with the winds howling, we wait. And another catch. The fishing gods have answered.
Nice.
Beautiful little red.
Yeah, it is. Look at that. Nice red. Look at that spot on that baby. All right.
Get into my left hand.
There you go.
This redfish may be small, but it's a slippery sucker. That marks the redfish right off the list. Now all we need is some trout.
It's been an awesome day out here. We're catching redfish and snook, Spanish mackerel. We're going to go after those trouts. We're going to get that triple slam today.
We go find that special grass
I like it.
that those trout like.
I like it.
We're down around near Pinellas Point. Wanted to find the high tide later in the day, which is what we have now.
One thing for sure, it's a lot quieter in this area. In the meantime, Captain Jim shares some more tricks of the trade.
And if you look over here, I don't know if you can see it, there's a white patch right out to the left. Yep, just to the left, about 11 o'clock. And it's much bigger than this one. You're really good at low tide because it gets so shallow, like on the really negative tides, the fish fall off into the hole.
Turns out potholes are a great spot for fishing, but not without some chum.
Need more bait.
More bait.
That's a good size one right there. Now we have our slam. That's the one thing about trout. I think that one's a keeper. It's a good size.
Beautiful trout this time of year. Mouths really flare up that bright yellow in the winter. And they go to a snaggletooth.
That tooth will get you.
Redfish. Oh, there's the trout. That's a big trout. Wow.
Good fish.
Fort DeSoto flat speckled trout.
That completes our Inshore slam list, but not before we get some unexpected visitors.
All right.
Oh.
Baby tarpon. Ladyfish.
And every lady needs a gentleman, and this ladyfish will get out of a sticky sideways situation. Many times when a fish is going for the bait, they'll swipe it hard and fast. If they miss the bait with their mouths, sometimes a hook catches them on their side. Well, we captured what we came in for, and it's a nice ride back. Perfect weather with a cooler full of fish. What a great day on Living the Water Life today. We went out fishing with Captain Jim all over the flats of St. Petersburg and the mouth of Tampa Bay. Now we're on the backside of Fort DeSoto. We got our Grand Slam today. Captain, tell us what we got.
Started day off with some snapper, Spanish mackerel, and then we rolled straight into the snook. And that snook bite,
Whew. Amazing.
every time we threw out a batted chum, like popcorn.
What a perfect way to end the day on Living the Water Life. We got our Grand Slam out there today. I want to say thank you to Big Daddy Sport Fishing, Captain Jim. You got to give this guy a call because he'll put you on the fish. Coming up on Living the Water Life. We are in historic Cedar Key, Florida. This island was known as a transportation hub in the 1920s. But today, it's the pirate's life for me.
Arr, we hunt pirates.
And we're getting a front row seat to all the R events today. It's all here and more on the next episode of Livin the Water Life.
Oh, I can feel your breath on my neck, and I can still feel your nails sticking into my back. Told you, don't you understand? She want a fist from the milk and beer. It all started with a donkey punch of love. Get a party and the doggies are in a tub. You know that I lost me, she want a fist from the milk and beer. I ain't trying to lift you up, trying